nobody is perfect, and in order to become the best, it takes a long process. And if you are passionate about it, it is achievable. Hello, my name is Ivan Matos, and I coach here at Empowered Sports Club. An alumni of IPFW, Indiana Purdue Fort Wayne, watched me play. His name is Raul Papaleo, and I was very fortunate that he watched me play in high school, and he told me that I was a very talented player and that he was going to recommend me to come to IPFW, which I didn't really think much of, and I honestly didn't know what IPFW was even about. But he called me one day and he said, hey, they're gonna call you Tuesday at 8 p.m. And at Tuesday at 8 p.m. the phone rang and they were very interested. I sent them some video. They kind of brought me for a recruiting trip. I liked the school, even though they brought me in February when it was really, really freaking cold. And after that, I don't know, I think the rest was history. Once I saw the tradition of volleyball that IPFW had to offer, the tradition of really good Puerto Rican players that have come there, and it just seemed like the right and easy choice to make. IPFW definitely was a life-changing experience playing there. I think Coach Ball was one of the most demanding coaches I've ever had in my life, probably the most demanding coach I've ever had in my life, and I'm very grateful for it. Back then, I might have taken it for granted, somebody demanding excellence every single day in and day out, and now I reflect as a little bit older and wiser, and it's something very, very unreal, and the energy that he had every day coming into practice was very, very special. I've been honestly very, very, very blessed to have played and met some of the best volleyball players in the world. I don't think I might have been anywhere close to their level of play, but for some reason I got really lucky and I got to play against them. And I got to play with them. For example, obviously around here, I got to play with Lloyd Ball on the Team Pineapple, with Jeff Petak, who I think are top-notch volleyball players. I've also been very fortunate that back home, when I played in Puerto Rico, my first teammate ever was Hector Piki Soto, who was a 3-time All-American at IPFW, 2-time World League leading scorer, and somebody I genuinely just looked up to when I was growing up. And going into Puerto Rico's professional league, I was, again, very, very fortunate and very blessed to been chosen by that team and then played on the same team as him. So he's just a freak athlete and one of the best hitters I've ever seen in my life. As well, on that team, we had a chance to go play in the World Club Championships in Brazil, where every single champion of every region, whether it was Brazil, Russia, Asia, the European Union came and played in the same league, and you're talking about the best players in the world. And I had a chance to play against Matt Anderson. I got a chance to play against Wilfredo Leon. I got a chance to play against Leal from Cuba as well. Wallace de Souza from Brazil. William El Mago from Brazil, just an unbelievable setter. Isaac Middle. It was honestly, that was probably the most surreal experience, having to face every single guy that I look up in YouTube to learn about volleyball and see, and it was the coolest experience ever. I've been fortunate again to have arrived at Manchester University, which is a small D3 program here in close to Fort Wayne area. And I've become the head coach there the last year, and I just enjoy seeing the growth of players throughout an extended period of time. I think the fact that I was a player helps me relate to them in all aspects because of the fact that I was not necessarily a stud right away in college, and I was able to work my way up. So I know the fact that a lot of players struggle to adjust, and I can see that and I can identify it and I can relate with them and let them know that it's okay, and nobody is perfect, and in order to become the best, it takes a long process. And if you are passionate about it, it is achievable. I think volleyball here is just life, and it's been my life. It's gotten me through everything in my life, volleyball has. So I appreciate that a lot. I think if you want to train at a high level and you want to progress as a volleyball player, I think you want to go to Empowered Sport Club because not just of the incredible facilities that we have, but because of the dedication that our coaches put into it. I mean, again, at least me personally, I live and breathe volleyball. I go to sleep every day watching a volleyball video, and I know that the rest of the coaches here do the same. We love this sport, and it has gotten us to where we are in our lives, and we will try to give as much as we can back to the community in order for them to enjoy this sport as well.